In the heart of Eldergrove, a village hidden from the rest of the world by an enchanted forest, there was a place no ordinary person could ever find. Deep within the woods stood Moonhaven Academy, a school for young witches and wizards who didn't quite fit in. These were no ordinary witches. They were the misfits, the ones whose spells never quite worked the way they should. At Moonhaven they learned to control their magic, or at least tried to. Among these misfit witches was Willow Ravenshade, a girl of 13 with tangled black hair, mismatched socks, and a broomstick that seemed to have a mind of its own. Willow had always been different. While the other witches her age could cast basic spells by the time they were 10, Willow's spells always went wrong. If she tried to summon a simple light, her wand would shoot sparks everywhere. If she tried to fly, her broom would zoom off in every direction but up. Her magic seemed to have its own personality, wild and unpredictable, much like Willow herself. Still, she loved being at Moonhaven. It was the only place where she felt like she belonged, even if her spells weren't perfect. Her best friends were Ezra, a quiet boy who could talk to animals but couldn't get a single potion right, and Ivy, a cheerful girl who could make plants grow with a touch but had absolutely no control over her teleportation magic. Once, Ivy tried to teleport across the room and ended up in a tree 2 miles away. They were all a bit strange, but together they felt like a family. One crisp autumn afternoon, Willow sat in Professor Nightshade's spellcasting class, staring at the spellbook in front of her. They were learning how to create protective shields, an important skill for any witch. Professor Nightshade was the strictest teacher at Moonhaven, and she wasn't very patient with mistakes. "Now focus," the professor said, pacing around the room. "The protective shield should form around you, strong and impenetrable. Concentrate. Control your energy." Willow glanced at Ezra, who gave her a thumbs up, and Ivy, who winked. With a deep breath, Willow raised her wand. "Aegis Maxima," she chanted, flicking her wrist. First, nothing happened. Willow frowned, trying again. Then, with a loud crack, a bubble appeared around her, but it wasn't the protective shield she was hoping for. The bubble was pink, covered in glitter, and it floated up into the air with Willow inside. "Not again!" she cried as the bubble bounced around the classroom, narrowly missing the ceiling. The class erupted in laughter, and even Professor Nightshade couldn't hide her smirk. "Willow, as amusing as your spells are, I do hope you learn to control them eventually," she said, waving her hand to pop the bubble and gently lower Willow back to the ground. Embarrassed but undeterred, Willow smiled sheepishly. "I'll keep trying, Professor." After class, Willow, Ezra, and Ivy sat by the old oak tree near the edge of the school grounds, where they often went to practice their magic away from the judging eyes of the other students.